What a sight to behold, having all of us gathered together, a very rare chance that all the employees of Twins, the seminary, the school, and the farm come together like this. With the seminarians, and we have our lay partners with us. All because we want to be one in thanking God for Father Uwe, who celebrates his 88th birthday today. In fact, even the provincial superior of the Philippine Southern Province is here, Father Rodel. We don't need to say many more words to express our appreciation of a very special man in our community, Father Uwe. This is how we love you, Father. Diba? But this is not only about Father Uwe, because we are also celebrating today the second anniversary of the Virgin of the Poor Chapel. Allow me to share a personal story of this chapel. Is it okay? You know, you know that the apparition happened in 1933 in Belgium. It was raining hard, but somewhere along the day, the sun shone. Last year, when during the blessing, Father, it was raining hard, but in the afternoon, the sun again appeared. That's why I was not really asking for a good weather today, because I felt that it would still rain the whole day. But I was hoping that the sun will shine later in the afternoon, and the sun is there. If you read the story of the Virgin of the Poor, it's very interesting. Some of you do not know about the Second Vatican Council that happened in 1962 to 1965. One of the important documents, titled Lumen Gentium, created a long debate among the participants, 1,000 plus. Ang pinag-uusapan, yung isang document, Dogmatic Constitution of the Church. Kailangan bang isama ang part ng document na ito si Mama Mary? They were debating because this is a document on the church, Dogmatic Constitution on the church. Bakit natin isama si Mama Mary? In the end, the decision was that last chapter of the document has to include on the Blessed Mother. That's why, as Catholics, we call her the Holy Mother Church as a Mother Church, because the Blessed Mother is the Holy Mother Church. Is it clear? In 1965, at the end of the council, maraming obispo, they went to one of the catacombs in Rome. They marched from the Vatican because they made a promise that since Vatican II, the church should be church of the poor. Pero mukhang hindi nagkatotoo. In 2015, I was in Rome. There was a big celebration in the Vatican, and some of the bishops went to say Mass in our SBD house, and we went to the catacomb to renew the pact of the catacomb, to work for the church of the poor. And you know that catacomb now is entrusted to the SBD. When I was doing my studies, I came across an article that says that the Virgin of the Poor appeared on the same feast day of St. Arnold Janssen, January 15th. I started to get curious. I went to Belgium. Somebody led me to visit the statue. There I made a promise that when I go back to the Philippines, I would promote the devotion to the Virgin of the Poor. when I came back to Tagaytay in 2018, I was surprised to see that the grotto that we have there is the Virgin of the Pool. I didn't know about it. And so, I was always visiting the grotto. When I was elected as rector in 2020, when we started to clean this place, I would always go there and ask, Virgin of the Poor, can you bless what we have in mind? And true enough, blessings came one after the other. I promise her, if you bless my request, we will put up a statue there and a chapel for you. That's the story behind. There have been many beautiful stories since this chapel was built. Stories of healing, stories of blessings. And that is 2 years ago. I'm sharing this because the farm is becoming famous. But I think this chapel would always remind us that the farm is born out of the poverty of the seminary when we started to clean the place. Someday the farm might become famous, but as long as the chapel stands, because our Blessed Mother is the Virgin of the Poor, we will always be reminded of the very humble beginning that we had when our fathers nagtatabas, mga seminarista, tayong lahat. And so, this is why we thank God for the blessing of this place. We thank our benefactors. Nandito sila. Sila nag-ambag-ambag para mapatayo ito. Ang nag-design ay si Brother Mark. Ang pamilya ni Ate Rita. Sila ang tumulong. Si Ma'am Dita. Okay. Si Ma'am Jean Romeo, who had a beautiful testimony of healing in this chapel. Ma'am Jean, please. Gusto namin makilala kayo kasi kayo palaging tumutulong dito. The family of Father Uy also helped a lot. Father Uy. That's why I said, Father Uy, please celebrate your birthday here. So every July 28, the birthday of Father Uy, kahit nasaan na kayo, Father Uy, we will always remember you on your birthday because of this chapel. And ang grupo nila Ate Tess Bukaya, sila po yung mga thank you doon sa inyo. Therefore, we thank God. Ang gandang tignan yung cross, di ba? Napaka-peaceful. Ang tanong nila, bakit daw maraming pako? Sabi ni Brother Mark, which I also share, kulang pa yung cross sa ating mga kasalanan. Hanggang ngayon, pinapako pa rin natin siya. But look, still very peaceful. So the poverty of fatherhood, the poverty of our God will always inspire us to carry our own poverty. May we always remain poor so that we will receive more blessings. Amen?